We've all been bombarded with the anti-tobacco smoking propaganda. We've seen laws passed prohibiting smoking in public buildings, and some areas have even passed laws prohibiting anyone from smoking in cars with children under 18 years of age. And some places have even gone as far as trying to bring about another law prohibiting people from smoking even in their own homes. Now, we rake the tobacco companies over the coals, accusing them of targeting our children with their clever advertising and adding chemicals to their product to get us addicted, so we in turn would keep smoking. Now, you cannot be so naive to believe that tobacco companies are the only companies who use this technique. Think again. Now, they say tobacco smoke contains over 4,000 chemicals: formaldehyde, carbon monoxide, benzene, ammonia, tar, and nicotine. That's just to name a few. Now, nicotine, by the way, occurs naturally in tobacco plants, and that is the drug that makes us want to keep smoking. Now, we're going to take a look at some of these chemicals, where they can be found, and your possible exposure to them. Because if you think you're only exposed to carcinogens, which a carcinogen is a substance known to cause cancer, if you think you're only exposed to carcinogens by cigarette smoke or tobacco smoke, you couldn't be more wrong. See, according to the NCI, which is the National Cancer Institute, smoking has actually declined in adults 18 years and older by 48% between the years of 1965 and 2003. However, cancer rates have not declined so much. Why? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm not here to promote smoking or to say that it's beneficial. I just want to smoke in peace. Now, in one report, in 1996 alone, 175 million pounds of cancer-causing chemicals was released into our air, water, and soil. Now, that's according to the EPA and data from polluting companies. That, by one account, is 2/3 of a pound of carcinogens at that time for every man, woman, and child in the United States. We're going to take a look around the house and see what other types of exposures to dangerous chemicals or carcinogens we can find. We've all heard a lot about VOCs, which are known as volatile organic compounds. Now, VOCs are gases that are emitted from certain solids or liquids, and they include a variety of chemicals. Now, these VOCs come from such sources as consumer products and building materials that we use in our homes, school, and workplaces. Now, some say that these indoor sources account for nearly 90% of our pollutant exposure. New buildings often contain VOC levels that are hundreds of times higher than outdoor levels. Now, numbering in the thousands, VOCs are emitted by a wide array of products such as cleaning supplies, pesticides, building materials and furnishings, office equipment such as copiers and printers, correction fluids, and carbonless copy paper, paints, lacquers and paint strippers, graphics and craft materials including glues and adhesives, permanent markers and photographic solutions, aerosol spray, air fresheners, dry clean products and dry clean clothing and disinfectants. Now, the health effects are eye, nose, and throat irritation, headache, loss of coordination, nausea, damage to the liver, kidney, and the central nervous system. Now, the central nervous system disorders are of the brain and the spine, and they include multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and sudden infant death syndrome. Did you know that there are as many as 40 chemicals in every new piece of carpeting? All carpeting, even those of natural fibers, collect particles like pesticides that are tracked in from outdoors. Now, pesticides can persist much longer indoors, where they are protected from degradation. Also, past applications of pesticides can persist in the environment and in human bodies for decades after their initial application.